Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to WK in the community. We are so excited tonight. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest, and her name is Miss Nichelle Hines. And before I allow her to talk, I would just like to say that we are WK, the Gift You Experience. And the reason that we made these segments because we believe that gifts are not just material things that you can purchase, but also there's the gift of hope. There's the gift of having wonderful access in the community to such resources as you'll hear about with Mrs. Hines tonight. We believe that we should give back. So this is just another way for us to give back to you so you know who's in your community, what they're about. And we just welcome you back, and we're looking forward to seeing you every segment that we have. Right now, my name is Kim. Those of you, it's your first time, and that's Wendy, and we are WK the Gift You Experience. And what I would like to do is just again say thank you to our guest, Miss Nichelle Hines. Thank you, and welcome to our segment.
Yes.
And I just want to let everybody know that she is the president and founder of the Black Nurses Rock Delaware chapter here. So I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself, her involvement with the community, and also a little bit about Black Nurses Rock and our upcoming events. Ms. Hines?
So hi, my name is like Ms. Kim said, I'm Nichelle Hines. I am a nurse. I work in Wilmington as a nurse at the Wilmington VA. I also work at Nemours AI DuPont Hospital for Children. So I am the gift that keeps on giving because I love to do service.
Awesome.
So I do my service. I'm the president, like Ms. Kim said, of Black Nurses Rock. Black Nurses Rock came about in 2014 when Dr. Rometrius Moss put out a blast, an email blast, a blast on Facebook, just asking where are all my nurses and what state do you work in, all my African American Black nurses, where are you in the state? And it just set off a bonfire, nurses from all around the world chimed in saying, where they lived, what type of nursing that they were doing, and it just became a Facebook network, a Facebook page for networking for nurses, for us to be able to. It's all positive, so we don't let anything negative go on our page. It's all positive, uplifting things to help other nurses if they have any questions about things and just want to hear what somebody in another area, another state or whatever, but working in the same field, if they're experiencing the same issues and how they resolve them. It's about how to pat each other on the back about our accomplishments that we have within our profession and within our community. So with that, it went so, this thing just went, her vision just exploded. And with this explosion, talked about, why don't we do chapters? So in 2016, the first chapter was formed, and it was formed in Philadelphia. Black Nurses Rock, Philly chapter from Dr. Jonana Bryant. And Dr. Jonana Bryant is also our national secretary.
Awesome.
Works along with Dr. Moss. And I called Dr. Joe one day and said, I want to join your chapter since we have a chapter. And she said to me, join my chapter, but you live in Delaware. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah. She said, well, why don't you do a chapter? And I was like, who, me? Do a chapter? I said, I don't know if people like me that much to come on board with me to do things in the community because, growing up, my grandmother had foster kids. I had foster kids. We always did things with kids, always did things in the community that mentor. And I was like, wow, maybe this would be good. So Dr. Joe put me in touch with Tawana Harris McCoy, and as we call her Taj, she put me in touch with Taj. So Taj and I got together and talked because we both lived in Delaware, and we just talked about what our mission was for the state, for the nurses, what we can do to help, vulnerable communities strive by getting healthcare education out on a volunteer basis. Her and we just clicked instantly, and our goal was the same. We had the same vision for the state of Delaware. So with that, we got another nurse I know, and her name was Kelly Campbell Bowens, and Kelly became the vice president. So we needed 4 people as our executive board. So then another young lady named Vanessa, she came along, and my daughter was a nursing student, so she couldn't serve on the executive board, but she served as an assistant to her as a secretary.
Wonderful.
So that, because that one, like she told me she was going to be moving away, so she groomed my daughter to do what she did. So once she left, my daughter actually stepped in. Andrea Hines actually stepped in as the role as the secretary. So the 4 of us, you needed 10 people to do a chapter. So we just start asking our friends, hey, we got this mission for the state to go out and educate vulnerable communities about these healthcare disparities that we have. And we got 6 other nurses.
Awesome.
So the 4 of us together, 5 of us, because my daughter was as a student but couldn't serve, like I said, until she finished school, we all got together, developed a chapter. So, there was a struggle the first couple of years. We're going on our 3 years in August, so it was a struggle because it's hard to get people with family and time to actually come out to do it on a volunteer basis to educate. Yes. Like for us, our mission is to inspire and empower innovative leaders to serve and educate vulnerable communities with healthcare education. But we took it a step further, as you know. We took it a step further, and we also last year, this is our 2nd year, we said we have to get our kids while they're young. Mm-hmm. So we started doing like a book bag drive. So in the elementary schools, and we adopted, one school so far that we feeder that we ran, and it's in Dover, because we have members as far as Lewis, Delaware. So we get a school in Newcastle County, we try to get a school in Kent County, and a school in Sussex County. And right now, that's one of the things we're doing now.
That's great.
We are collecting school supplies. So back to school book bags, pencils, pens, glue, everything that the kids need. We're also taking monetary donations that can be either sent to us through Cash App or PayPal. Also mailed to us in our post office box. So then we go buy the supplies and actually disperse them out to the schools before school start. And those are for those children, because we know children, all they need is a push and a drive.
That's right.
So why have them go back to school and see that, John has a nice book bag, but I got my same one from last year, or,
yes,
and kids,
yes.
They feel something from that. So we try to send those kids back to school. The school identifies, send them back with new book bags. Make sure they have all their supplies, everything they have that's equipped to learn. And our big thing is our gala that we have is going to be on August 10th.
Exciting.
It's exciting. Mm-hmm. It's an all-white gala, and we have 2 high school seniors graduated who have been accepted into nursing school, and we will be giving them awards. So we'll give them monetary awards and a little extra for them to help them on their first journey going to school. We have some kids who are first generation. So we want to make sure that they stay in school, and we try to mentor them. When we meet them with these relationships, we try to mentor to help them go through so that the minority students that do go into these programs, that they complete it. That's the thing, completing it. Going into it, you really love this, to make sure that you complete it. So we want to mentor those students as well. So like August 10th is going to be our big event for that, but we will also be celebrating our anniversary. So after we do the gala, we also will be celebrating, so everybody can come out. If you want to come to the gala, the tickets are $30 for the gala. We having a sit-down dinner. We have our state rep, Sherry Dorsey Walker, who's going to be there to be a speaker. And we also have our national secretary, Dr. Jonanna Bryant.
Awesome.
She is going to be coming out, just to talk a little bit about what we are about as an organization.
Awesome.
Right.
Now, Ms. Hines, how would someone, if they wanted to donate towards the book bags or the even just donating monetarily to what we at Black Nurses Rock do for the community, and even as far as the scholarship. Mm-hmm. If someone still wanted to donate, what is the Cash App or another avenue? Can you tell them what that is, that they can send it, with the address that they can send those donations to?
Yes, so our Cash App is $BNR Delaware. We have PayPal. which is also bnrdelaware@gmail.com. But I think if you put in Black Nurses Rock Delaware,
Okay.
it'll probably come up. But my my treasurer, her name Tawana McCoy, will come up. So some people get confused when they see the name and they know it's not my name.
Okay.
But that is our Facebook and our PayPal addresses. We also take, people can mail us checks because I've been getting checks in the mail. I did advertise that out. So we have a post office box, and our post office box is 11731, Wilmington, Delaware, 19850.
Okay. Now, is there a deadline for the gala, to purchase the gala tickets and also to make a donation towards that?
We wanted everybody to try to purchase the tickets at least by the day before. We really wanted it a week before, but we're extending it to the day before for this year. So you have up until the 9th to buy the tickets to the awards celebration, but to help us celebrate our anniversary, which funds will be collected for that. It'd be a little cheaper than the gala, but we wish that everybody would come out for the gala.
Yes.
Just to help celebrate our children, but we have people who wants to come out to help us celebrate our anniversary. So they get a little discount, and we ask them if they bring a back to school supply, we'll give them it'll be cheaper than the regular ticket. We also, for the book bag drive, we have, I think our drop-offs are like the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st for the schools.
Okay.
So we would like to get everything at least by that Friday. I think it's the 16th of August.
Okay.
We would like to have everything by the 16th of August. But this is like an ongoing thing.
Yes.
So, even though we do our cutoff so that we can disperse,
yes,
we still have to collect the pot to start it again for next year.
That's awesome.
This is our second year for the back to school drive, and this is our third year for the scholarship. So how we get our funds for that is from people who watch us, or when I push out that we need sponsors to help us. We did have Discover.
Yes.
Discover's Bold. They did sponsor us one year for that, so that helped with funds for it. But other than that, we do it a lot on our fundraising. So when we have our fundraising event, we try to get people to come out.
Okay.
And that's what helps us continue to give these scholarships and backpack drive.
Okay. Well, I would definitely encourage anyone out there who is about the community to continue to send donations and offer your support throughout the year, just like she said, to the Black Nurses Rock. It's much and greatly appreciated. The only other thing I wanted to ask is, I know also that Black Nurses Rock is involved in a community outreach going on right now, and I think it's been since June. So can you just tell us a little bit about what that is that Black Nurses Rock is doing right now in the community?
Well, right now we go out to different health fairs, or as we're invited to different churches. We go out, we do blood pressure screenings if they want us to do blood pressure screenings, but we mainly do heart health, stroke prevention education, diabetes education. We do HIV prevention education. We also do, for men, we talk about prostate health. For men, and just whatever the need is at that time that we go out. But we do breast health. We actually partnered with the Delaware Breast Coalition and Christiana Helen Graham Center to do the Brenda training. So if anybody would like us to come out, I think we'd like to have at least 10 people, or in your community, your church, if you want to have it. We come out. Triple negative breast cancer is high in the African American community, and the reason that it's called triple negative is because they can't find the receptors, chemotherapy or whatever agent to fight it, because the 3 receptors that they know how to treat for different cancers, triple negative, because nothing that they can do will help eradicate it, to put them in remission. It's not responding. So, and they say it comes back to genetic testing, and that's something that, because of the Tuskegee experiment and different things, a lot of times as African Americans, we don't want to be involved in those testings. But because it's so high in our community, the only way that we're going to be able to help find a treatment for it is through genetic testing. So that's what the Brenda training is about. So, if you know anybody, you can reach out to us. We are trained to come out with that and refer you back, especially if you've been diagnosed or a family member's been diagnosed.
Okay. So if they wanted to request that the group come out, would they contact us by email?
Yes.
Or by email, and that email address that they would contact us?
So for the North, it's BNR community outreach at gmail.com. And if for the South, it's BNR service at gmail.com. Because we go through the whole state, so we have community outreach on the North and community outreach on the South. And then once you send the email in, our committee members, our chairs, they will contact you and let you know if we are available to attend.
Awesome. Wendy, did you have any questions specific for Mrs. Hines?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I feel that this is definitely a worthy cause.
Yes.
Every nurse is to be commended. My hats go off to anyone that's a real caregiver and that does it with compassion and passion.
Yes.
You know, there's nothing like having someone that does something for you that you can feel that they really care. And that's what I feel about this group. I feel like you're nurses that really care. You care enough to go out and even do things for free. So, of course, that's a big plus. But where would a doctor be without a nurse?
Thank you.
You know, where would they be? I mean, a lot of them probably wouldn't admit it, but the nurses are really what make the treatments work. So I really thank God for you guys. I'm just so proud of you all and all that you're doing. My daughter, of course, is a nurse, so you know I'm kind of partial to that. And nurses are in our family, but I do know that it is so important. And what you do, I mean, the education is priceless. People perish because of what? Lack of knowledge. Because they don't know. And a lot of people think, well, what I don't know won't hurt me. That's not true. Sometimes, you know, people tend to ignore, you know, what's going on with them, thinking, oh, it's just going to go away. Oh, it's just a headache. But, you know, what if they had that caring person that cared enough to, you know, they talk to, that would, you know, give them a push in the right direction. And that's what you do. You help to really get them in the right direction so that they can be treated, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you know a person's blood pressure is too high, you're going to tell them, you really need to see your primary care physician about this, right?
Yes.
So what you do is so valuable. It's priceless. You're a gift to the community. And I would say this too, make sure you let everyone know if they're interested, if they are a nurse, you know, because sometimes nurses probably don't feel appreciated as much as they should, you know, especially if they work in the big hospitals or whatever. They may not get the encouragement that they need. But if they're a nurse, you know, this will be a good time to let them know how to get in contact. They want to be part of what you're doing and part of a group that, you know, you have the same common goals, you know, that same care. So that's about it, but I just think it's wonderful. You girls just keep on keeping on.
Yes, and let me tell you, just to touch on what you're saying, even though we are Black Nurses Rock, and you know, and I have, you know, a couple of my friends who are Caucasian, and they be like, well, all nurses rock, and
That's true.
we all do rock. But what I ask is that you not by work and getting paid to go out in the community, or because community service is your job, but to actually come out with us, get dirty. Right. You know, go into those communities, those impoverished communities, and educate the community about these things. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I'm not going to that area or whatever. I'm not afraid to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I leave it all to God, so I go in there and we teach. And it's nice because, you know, sometimes you want somebody that looks like you. And, you know, because if we go into a room and, you know, even though we say we're not segregated, we're not this, what do? We go up in, we look for somebody that looks like us, then we look for a happy face. If you're not smiling at me, I'm going to go the other way. So we look for these things. So we just, at Black Nurses, we don't want to exclude anyone. All of us do. All of us nurses are awesome. And I invite any nurse of any race to come out and join us
Yes.
with our mission. You know, I don't care if you're purple, green, it doesn't even
And that's
matter.
what it is. It's
You
a
come
mission.
out,
Yes.
you come out, it's a mission. It's our mission to inspire and empower innovative leaders to serve and educate vulnerable communities. And we know how in our community, it's just that it just shows the disparities that we have in our communities, and that's what this came about, to help go into those communities. I think our northern chapters, we don't have as much diversity, but our southern chapters, believe it or not, have more diversity with their members of people coming in to help. So I encourage and I invite every nurse in Delaware, and I tell them, you know, it's $100 to join national, it's $35 to join us, and that's for a year. You know, and I know a lot of people, I'm in a couple of other organizations because I'm in my, you know, your specialty, whatever you go in, you have an organization that you join. And I mean, I must pay $300 a year, but what do I get for that $300? I don't get anything. And Dr. Rowe is not just about, because we do so much in the community and she sees it, we have our convention, we, you know, we have our Nurses Week celebration, and our Nursing Week celebration was awesome this year. And so, you know, we do things to also celebrate us. She makes sure that we celebrate us, and our organization, we don't exclude any nurse, LPNs, RNs, you know, we have doctorate degrees. I didn't even know that there were so many doctorate prepared and nurse practitioners of African Americans out there. Like I know that we have, but when you go to these conventions, you sit there and you look, it's just like, wow. It's just like, wow. You know, and we support each other, and everybody, you know, thinks that they're on the Facebook page that they're members, but they're not. You know what I mean? That's just our networking arena to let you know what we're doing, and also your words might help somebody else who may be struggling to get through school or whatever. But becoming a member, we got mentorship all through our chapters. We even have for the nurse practitioners, preceptors. Like, you know how you go and you have to find your preceptor for your nurse practitioner? Well, guess what? When you're members, you're in that network, and they'll try to reach out and try to get somebody that you might not even know that's in your area, who's a part, who will help you. So we're all about networking, helping uplift, you know, us in our profession, and just get it out within the community. The community is it.
Awesome. Now, the Facebook page and the Instagram page, where are they at so people can check out even more what Black Nurses Rock is about?
Okay, so our national page is blacknursesrock.com. So you can find out about all the continuing education, everything we have. But the Facebook page, you can just put Black Nurses Rock in.
Okay.
And believe it or not, whatever city or state that you're, well, not city, state that you're in, a lot of times you can put Black Nurses Rock in that state. And if there is one, because we have 52 chapters, I think, right now.
Awesome.
So with that, you know, you can put it in, like, if you put Black Nurses Rock Delaware, we're going to jump up. We have a web page. You can just look at some of the things, and it's updated as we do new things. But you can see things that we have done within the community around the state, and believe it, you know, half of it's not even there. We got a big event coming up on August 3rd that we're doing.
Yes, at Church on the Rock,
Church.
and it's from 11 to 3, and come out. You can meet some of the Black Nurses Rock, and it's wonderful. It's going to be not just medical information and resources, but it's back to school supplies as well, because just like she said, we're all about that, giving back to our community and especially our youth. So that's something that you get to meet some of the Black Nurses Rock in person. And just like she said, the White Scholarship Gala event is August the 10th, and that is from 5:30 to
11.
Okay.
So
and where's the location?
It's at the Odessa National Golf Course in Townsend, Delaware. So it's 1131 Fieldsboro Road.
Okay.
At the Odessa National Clubhouse. And I think we'll probably open the doors at 5. So, I mean, if you didn't get a ticket before and you want to get all jazzy and you're all white and come on out. We'll still take it at the door, because the funds that we make from the scholarship gala go back to our scholarship for next year. So the money is for good. It's all for fundraising. So we would appreciate it. And we also, it's not even just our scholarship. We use our scholarship and our education funding together. So the book bag drop also goes with that. That's why we're asking people, if you bring a book bag, if you bring a book bag, you'll get a a discount on the ticket.
I love it. You gotta join in. You gotta become a part, even if you're just somebody that just helps to donate. You gotta become a part of this Black Nurses Rock, and also you gotta look up Nichelle Hines because she does other things in the community, and we hope that she's gonna come back with us here in WK in the community segments. We want to thank her for being with us. We are looking forward to next month. We're going to be having at the tail end of August, we're going to have Shauna Nicole and Dwayne Adams from the in the upper room, and also Breaking Barriers, and they're going to come with us next week. So every month we have an exciting guest and a gift that you truly can experience that comes and becomes a part of this segment. So we don't want you to miss out on that. If you have any questions or want to be a guest on the show, you know that you can contact us, WK in the community segments, by YouTube. You can also contact us by mail, P.O. Box 422, and that is Newcastle, Delaware 19720. We also have a website, WK Gift Shop at wkgiftshop.com. I'm sorry. And you can look us up on our Instagram page as well, WK_SH. So we just love you guys. We thank you for all your support, and we thank you for even tapping into some of our guests that we have, because I understand that a lot of people have been contacted already just through these segments. Have a great, great, great day, and be cool because it's still a little warm outside. Thank you, and good night.
Thank you.